Growing up, I've always loved thunderstorms. There's something about heavy rain, the boom of thunder, and flashes of lightning that grips a very primal fight or flight fear in me, and I live for every second of it. That's why I decided to put my new phone to use and record slow-mo snippets of the storm, hoping to get some cool footage to show off on a few subreddits I follow. I had no idea what I was about to find. I slipped my phone in a waterproof case and set it up on a tripod in my backyard. I switched to slow-mo, pressed record, and hurried back inside. I carefully framed about half of the shot to be of the sky and the other half of my yard. I figured it would be really cool and even a little spooky to see the lightning illuminate the grass, trees, and our garden ornaments. Back inside, I turned off the TV and all the lights and just soaked in the ambience of the storm. The rain pounded against the glass while the thunder rattled the panes. Brilliant flashes of lightning bathed the yard in light, shooting wicked shadows in its wake and leaving behind only darkness. This storm was everything I hoped it would be. I only hoped that my footage would hold up. After a good 20 minutes, I figured I've probably recorded the best parts of it and that I should bring it back inside before I run out of memory. I dashed outside, grabbed the tripod and phone, and tried to slide open the door and move inside in one swift motion. Regrettably, this resulted in me throwing the door open and slipping into the cold, muddy water just a foot from my warm, welcoming house. It didn't even cross my mind to hurry inside. I was too preoccupied with the fact that I might have cracked my phone to care that I was getting soaked. I inspected the camera lens, all good, no scratches, and flipped it to check the main screen. All clear. Good. Inside we go. After a quick change of clothes, I hook my phone up to my computer and start to go through the footage. The first minute and a half are just rain noises, some thunder booming in the distance, and pitch blackness. When I saw the first lightning flash, I felt a chill run down my spine. At the end of my yard, there was, very clearly, someone who appeared to be standing still, facing away from the camera. I froze playback. The burst of light was enough to show matted hair and ripped clothes, smeared with mud, but not much else. I know there was nobody out there. My yard is fenced in. The gate, old and rusted, screeches when opened, and I would have heard. There's nothing out there taller than 2 feet at most, other than a few trees. What the hell was I seeing? I resumed playback. With the next flash, I can see the figure moving. I can make out a little more now. It appears to be an elderly woman. She doesn't look like one of my neighbors. With the next bolt, she's not too much further, but is shuffling around slowly, as if she's lost or confused. I run downstairs and turn on the backyard porch light. I scan through the rain and see nothing but my yard. There's nobody here. I return to my computer. I continue to see this elderly woman with each burst of lightning. She appeared to be shambling in circles, but not close enough for the camera to render any detail. Finally, about 16 minutes in, she wandered closer to the camera. A lightning flash from the front of the house lit her features, and the camera took a split second to focus on her. Her eyes were a dull and cloudy gray. Her hair, disheveled and beset with clumps of dirt, framed her gaunt and rotting face. Patches of flesh were missing from her cheeks and neck. A giant chunk appeared to have been ripped from her torso, which allowed her ribs to catch and reflect the light. They guarded an empty cavern. For what felt like an eternity, I couldn't rip my eyes away, and once again, darkness fell on the yard. The video continued as I sat, my mind reeling, trying to comprehend what I saw. I watched the whole yard as I recorded and saw no one. Did I miss her? Or is this a glitch? A prank? Can't be. That makes no sense. Then, from my speakers, I hear my door slide open. She stops in her tracks and cranes her head, looking towards the source of the noise. By the time I see the feed lift up and move from its spot, she was nowhere in sight. I nearly jump from my chair when the video feed slams into the ground. I forgot I dropped it. I see a close-up of my scared face as I scan the camera lens. Something brushes by my shoulder, barely out of focus. The video flips as I inspect the front screen and shows her slip into the open door, into my house, disappearing into the dark. I hear the door close behind me, and the video ends on a shot of the empty living room. I shut my screen off. I unplugged my phone and threw it in the trash. I sat still, a thought scraping at my mind. A feeling I can't ignore. I feel cold.